All right, Gar. Are you ready? Are you ready to face my mean Bakugans?
Wait, we were fighting with Bakugans?
Well, I'm going to fight with Bakugans. Get out your Gabu revolver, and we're going to settle this like man-children. I mean, men!
I was not expecting this to make sounds.
That's the wrong thing, Gar.
Damn it.
Right genre, but wrong thing. All right, here we go. We're going to fight, you and me. We're going to settle this right now. It's going to be awesome. Lane is going to grow really big, and Itchy is going to be Spider-Man for some reason. All right, here we go. Let's throw it down. I'm ready. All right, come over here right now.
Come on.
Oh, what now?
It's fucking Christmas! I will not have fighting in my house over the holiday season!
Technically, it's Yule.
Well, you'll fight next year!
All right, Gar, we'll do it next year.
All right.
It'll get more time to get more licensing for more copyrighted characters.
Awesome.
All right, so we're going to be nice.
Good.
We're going to be nice.
Fine.
Yeah, and you know what? Do the roll call.
Merry Christmas, everyone!
We are live!
Connect.
Loading.
Broadcast.
Tempered Zeal! Bluecaster, Super Ichi! Loud and Impulsive, Pinkcaster, Lane!
Illuminating the Tokuverse. Yellowcaster, Autoguard.
One little spark of courage. Dreamcaster, Global Self Perka.
The trickster of infinite topics. Savage Caster, Ibarra Fox.
Broadcasting hundreds of opinions across the world!
Radio Sentai Castranger.
Welcome to Radio Sentai Castranger, episode 274.
Merry Christmas, everyone. I don't know why my heart is racing. Oh, Newsleaf! It's episode Newsleaf!
A leaf of news.
Yes, we just had a leaf of news.
For context, listen to this week's extra.
Yeah.
Okay, so for those who might be listening to us for the first time,
Thanks for hope you like yelling.
For the first time, this is episode 200.
Gar and I were doing our loud ASMR.
You know, it's a musical. It's not finished yet, but we're working on it.
Yeah.
Catch-a-layas.
For those who might be listening for the first time, we are a gaggle of Ontarian tokusatsu enthusiasts who get together every week to talk about episodes of Kamen Rider, Super Sentai, and a third thing.
But not next week.
We'll get to that. And our third thing this week was quite a doozy.
Rise of Skywalker on theaters now. Watch it.
Thanks, Lane. You just made the episode dated.
That's Kylo Lane to you, motherfucker.
What do you mean the date of the episode? It comes out on a date.
But it makes the episode dated. Well, after watching
There's
this
a nice
summer.
release on this date right in the description.
Spoiler alert, at the end of the film, Ray skips the dishes and uses our Discord code. Our discount code.
Our discount
code in order to order some food, which makes her feel a lot better about Yoda's death.
You can get $7 off your first order by using our code.
Fucking goddamn it.
Itchy.
Yo, get here in light speed.
Support the Empire today.
Oh man, the food that just came here is a little chewy. The people at the pizza place made this by hand. Solo.
Oh.
May have to resist and rebel against.
Okay, you don't get to talk. You too.
So, this is...
Light day!
Oh, okay.
Hi, Frank and Beans. Didn't know you joined the show.
We should have talked about the Star Wars Holiday Special.
I was just saying that, but then Lane's like, it's too long.
How long is
too
it?
long.
How long is it?
It's like
2 hours long.
Really?
Yeah.
It's fucking
Oh my
long.
God.
Yeah, there's a reason why I've never watched it.
Cool.
We're watching it next year.
Yeah,
Spoilers.
maybe.
It's
Why
already
not?
we're already watching it.
Yeah.
Why not?
So this week we're talking about 01 episode 15, Ryusoulger episode 38, and our feature topic for our last episode of Castranger for 2019
Ever.
is We Wish You a Turtle Christmas.
I am gonna just walk out this door right now.
Oh, yes, Emily. Do you want to say something?
May I give you guys something?
Sure.
Okay.
If it's a spear through the heart.
No.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it's adorable.
Oh, I feel bad for making a joke. That's amazing.
That's the thumbnail.
Wow.
That's a part of the thumbnail.
That is the thumbnail.
Oh, that's awesome.
Well, actually, yeah, that is part of the thumbnail because we have a good thumbnail as well. Not a bad
I didn't
one,
actually think you were going to give me a spear from the heart. It's a joke
No,
about...
definitely not.
No. It was a joke, and I can't remember where it's from, but somebody was like, is it a spear through the heart? Because if it is, I don't want it.
I like that Emily's like on top of Gar and Tom. That's cute.
Yeah.
I just find it hilarious that we beheaded
Note to self, in real life, I am not load bearing.
You didn't behead him. It's an ornament.
It's like, these are the Castrangers that defied us.
The cast of casters past, present, and future.
Yeah.
Wait, is that Crunch and Noble up on top?
Yeah.
Oh.
The Ghosts of Christmas Cast.
And any person in the chat who's mad that they're not on there, those little ornaments could just be them from far away.
Yeah.
And the star on the tree is the
I legit
Castranger
was
logo.
trying to fit as many people as I could, and then I realized I made the tree too small. So I was gonna say, if you're genuinely upset that you're not in the picture, just ask and I'll draw something.
Yeah, we'll superimpose. You left some spots open just in case.
Yeah.
No, but I know that feeling. I fit like, how many characters did I fit into the Castranger action pose?
Yeah.
And like, we're talking like, I'm glad that one of you's coming out of a portal. So I literally had Blaze coming out of a portal, so I didn't have to draw his entire body because I didn't have room for it.
You want to know the funniest thing of all?
And then he's a cat in the other one.
You want
I actually was trying to find Blaze's reference and couldn't.
You could have asked me. I would have sent it to
So
you.
I was going to ask him, and then I thought that might spoil it. So
Well, if you'd asked me, I would have sent you the champion model I made for Spellcaster.
And Blaze, well, I'll message Blaze. Blaze is like the fastest man to respond to anything alive.
well, then get ready for Blaze on New Year's.
I literally was going to ask him for something once, and he messaged me before I asked
The
him.
New Year's Blaze.
Sorry, Gar, you were going to say something?
Sorry.
If you wanted to be added, it could be like Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
Yeah,
It's just the
a new
DLC
fighter has
fighting.
appeared.
And they just get
New
added.
Patreon tier.
Get
You guys
added.
relate. Impulsively joins the...
Yellow Caster. Fuck him.
Well,
No?
I mean, yes.
Okay.
I don't know. I play Soul Calibur, so they don't do that. A new person has appeared thing.
Anyway.
So small.
Like, that's what she said.
Are we all ready to have a Merry Christmas and talk about Kamen Rider?
You better have the merriest goddamn Christmas.
Wait, we're not talking about...
Be the happiest bunch of assholes there ever
Wait, we're not
was.
talking about Rise of Skywalker?
No.
Oh.
I haven't seen it yet!
Okay, I'm sorry.
Fucking...
I'm sorry. But before we start, I just realized I sent my friend, I'm handsome.
Holy cheap fucking...
Did I just have a stroke?
Fix that.
Legit, did I just have a stroke there?
Let's talk about Zero One.
A tentacle from Jin to a zoo turns to Rule 34 content.
So, can I fudge it?
Sure.
Alright, in this episode, I think, Ain storms Daylight Town, Fuwa pushes himself, and Horby is killed.
Nailed it.
Nailed it.
Like, actually.
Does that shit actually happen?
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. I watched the episode on the way here. I had 45 minutes on the fucking subway
Oh,
in the
okay.
middle of the time. I'm literally sitting there like, shit, this thing hasn't moved. Wait, I can probably watch an episode.
Do I have enough
Excellent.
range? Oh, yeah, I do.
Okay, I need to go off about something because I am pissed!
Okay, what is it?
What happened?
Ikazuchi!
Oh yeah, he's gone.
One and done? Really?
Yep.
Are we really doing the coolest design in the show dirty like this?
He is now holds the record in a Rider series for shortest time.
No, he does not.
Really?
Kamen Rider G.
No, I could find a Kamen Rider has less screen time. Kamen Rider Soup doesn't even do anything. Henshins and says, "I betray you," and then gets
But she was in the next episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean screen time.
No, I think for screen time, Ikazuchi.
No, Necrumpy wins for shortest time.
Oh, yeah. And if we're including Sentai,
Count that!
if we're including Sentai in that the uncontested champion is Deca Gold. Literally less than 1 second.
Gosei Green.
Also that.
He was dead.
He's dead. There's Gosei Green.
But no,
He's dead.
seriously. That is the coolest design of the show, in my opinion.
so cute.
And are we really just gonna toss it away like this?
They could use it again. He picked up the thing.
I'm going to theorize / hope that Go-Go comes back and he takes up the mantle of Kamen Rider Ikazuchi to be a force of good. And I'm basing that entirely on the fact that in Tiny Toons Adventures, there's a character named Go-Go Dodo.
Oh, I guess since I wasn't...
Chris, did you hurt yourself in that reach?
A little bit.
I guess since I wasn't here until like near the end of the episode last week. Episode 14... Oh my god! Yeah! No, that's accurate.
Did he also die?
No!
Ferb didn't die.
Or did they?
Did they ever live?
They live more than all of us.
I only know one thing about that show is that the villain's name was Doofenshmirtz.
Doofenshmirtz Evil Incorporated.
Anyway,
I really liked the brother, like the old
Subaru?
gear. Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Ferb.
Wait, the one who was Ikazuchi, or
Yeah, the one who's Ikazuchi.
Okay, his name was Raiden.
Yeah, Raiden. I liked him.
Raiden.
He was really cool. You were the lightning that rain.
Get it?
No, he was really cool, and Ikazuchi was fucking cool, but yeah, and freaking Assault Wolf, awesome. It's so cool. And I like that, like, Fu was literally fucking killing himself using it.
Hey, look, it's revived, but done right.
Like, I gotta give credit to Fu's actor for just being able to, like, fucking nail the whole just fucking coughing out blood.
Yeah.
Like, he's
Yeah,
good
like
at that.
it was just a quick, like it was like a squeezing ketchup out of a bottle that has only a little bit left.
Okay, hang the fuck on! Why are we looking at a picture of Baby Yoda, and above it says in the color wiki it's Kuroto Dan?
Because people are trolls.
But what? That doesn't even make any sense!
Because they're both beautiful.
I mean, Dan's pretty beautiful. We've seen him naked.
They're both pretty popular.
He was wearing a rider belt.
He was wearing a rifle. That counts as clothes. Really almost got caught fucking doing that shot.
So anyway, Jin makes graves for Ansatsu and Raiden.
Yeah, okay. This is a big important thing. So Jin is on his way for hitting singularity, and I think he does at the end of the episode.
Yeah, he does. He actually said like he's awakened when Horobi dies, and he like goes back to Ames.
So like, what kind of ruined this scene too was just like he's making like burial mounds or whatever like that to bury his friends, and Horobi's like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "Oh, I'm burying our friends." He's like, "Oh, it's a fucking human thing. Why would you do that? You're supposed to be focusing on killing humanity." Oh yeah, you're right.
No, yeah, that doesn't make sense. Like, he's doing things that humans would do, tells him to stop, and then tells him to accelerate towards singularity, which is more human-like. So he's kind of contradicting himself. But what I'm more concerned about is Jin tries to bury the Dodo Zetsumarais key in one of these little gravestones.
And Horobi's like, "No! I need that!" Sure, it's caused me trouble for the past, like, 5 episodes, but, like, whatever. So, like, yeah, it's really adorable that Jin's like, still becoming best boy. So, proud of him. But yeah, so Ames prepares to... Oh my god, I just fucking realized! I didn't find an Naruto Face of the Week!
Oh shit.
I gotta do that right now!
Man, we're dropping the ball now that it's going the holidays.
I've been busy
and
with
I
my first
completely
week of
forgot
work,
to
so-
do Here's Drawing.
Oh my gosh, I found one and then didn't screen cap it because I thought Lena already has one.
I'll find one, don't worry.
While you do that, so in the opening this week, we got a bunch of clips from the movie, including Jin in his sweet new hat and the giant monstrosity that is another Rider Ichigo.
Sweet new hat.
But to further compound my theory that Ikazuchi won't be back anytime soon, he's not in the opening. That is upsetting.
Yep.
But we get a nice speech from Aruto about how human gears are all his family. That's what happens when you lose your dad early and replace it with a robot.
No, the whole concept of family that was talked about in this episode was fucking amazing. I loved loved when just Aruto's like explaining it to Subaru and like he's like trying to disown him and like Aruto's just like, oh, like no, but like family's something you treasure. Like you guys are my family. Like Izu's my family.
Yeah, and
like,
Izu's starting to figure it out too.
Yeah, and Izu like says it, and Aruto's like, wait, what? And then Subaru afterwards just goes, yeah, you know what? You're right.
They don't explicitly say it, but from the effects we saw in their eyes, I think they've awakened, or at least made some progress towards it.
Izu fucking has.
Yeah. Because she goes off about how Oni-chans are sugoi. Yeah, so Ames is mobilizing against MitsubouJinrai.net now that they know where their base is. And I love that Yua basically tells Fua to fuck off and goes in instead. And then he tells her to fuck off by going in anyway.
I like that it's like, humans are the worst. Humans hurt Humagears. Like, dude, who's killed and tortured more Humagears than anyone this year? It was you.
Him,
and he was like, what?
And they called
No,
him
you
out.
did. Yeah, and he was like, no, you.
Yeah. No, Yua.
I'm going to be disappointed if Fua doesn't die in 3 episodes. Because they're building up to it, and it's going to be awesome, and if they cop out and they chicken out, it's going to cheapen the character.
Okay, I found it.
Not that I want him dead, I just mean that, like, it's building toward him making some kind of amazing sacrifice. Wouldn't it be cool if he, like, dies, but his consciousness gets put into a Humagear?
Oh man, yes.
Like I said, been saying, like it'd be awesome to see that he becomes the very thing he fucking hates.
I was gonna say that he's forced to be what he hates and has to learn tolerance.
Here's the Haruto face of the week.
Fuck you! Boop!
What kind of translation is that? That's a show by Aruto?
Yeah, the translations are not great.
Oh, he's trying to boop the snoot.
My snoot
has been.
I love that phrase. Boop the snoot.
Has been booped.
Evil
always try because good is dumb.
That's what that's like the motto I follow in
because good is dumb
in fictional movies. No, yeah, because good is dumb.
Ooh, Horby Flaming Tiger.
Ooh,
that actually looks sick.
That's actually really cool. Oh,
I don't know. I'm not so mad that guy's not coming back because we got a suit that I like more than the suit from last week.
Oh,
and that was whatever the fuck Sierra 1 turned into at the end of the episode.
Oh, Blaze, can you send me last week's Arts of Face of the Week? Because I remember you had one last week and it was really good. I need to keep it because I want to make it that the final thumbnail for 01 when we talk about the finale is just every single Arts of Face of the Week.
Oh God.
So it's gonna be like 50.
There'll be
on a scale. Which Aruto are you today?
There it is. Thank you.
If we try and put them on one thumbnail, they'll all be so small that you won't be able to see any of them.
That's fine by me.
No, you know what? We'll do that and then just have those be the background.
We'll make a collage.
We'll make a picture of Aruto
with the Aruto faces.
I can't do that.
There's got to be like a website or an app or something that does it.
Oh my god!
Make like one of those picture mosaics where it's all the Aruto faces, but they all come together to make an Aruto.
That's what they're saying, and I don't know how to do that.
I think this one's still my favorite right now. I'm so glad I decided to do this. This is my favorite thing ever.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh my god! I forgot about that.
Yep. So yeah, we get to see 01 as Shining Hopper use the authorized buster himself and he uses 01 dust by scanning it on his driver.
I love the sounds on that thing. They're so cool. I'm definitely getting the authorized buster.
And then we see Fua use Magnetic Storm Blast Fever.
Fever!
And the only prescription is more cowbell.
Yeah. So as Fua is about to blast Jin to Kingdom Fuck, the Ark apparently beams instructions to Horobi to tank the shot and go down like a fucking martyr.
He's going to destination fucked.
I just love how readily Horobi's like, well, mom robot told me, so I guess I'm gonna go kill myself.
And I've had a good run.
Also the Ark started to like freaking like 3D print Humagears, and it was
creepy. Printed a shit ton of trilobites as Jin like unlocks his rage emotion.
But yeah, no, it It was pretty. Oh my god!
Take the shot.
Oh god. Oh fuck! It's not Berenstein. It's Berenstein. So, I liked that because like it shows that Jin really did care like about Horby. And Horby
even though he was a shitty father.
He was a shitty father.
And I love how Horby goes off like, "You are my son and the one true human gear."
You are the human gear of all human gears. But it was a really touching scene, and like I'm sad to see Horby go because like he was cool.
What was my favorite part of that scene was Jin like picks Horby up and carries him into the water, like straight up Cloud and Aerith style, and just like walks into the water.
Also, we saw Breaking Mammoth again.
Yeah.
So yay, third
He had to
time.
fight against the giant robots that they had gone berserk.
The Geigers. The Geigers.
The Geigers, yeah.
The
Hey, that to a human gear, Geiger is a word that humans can't say.
The Gao Geigers.
Gao Geiger.
That's what I was thinking.
I don't know. It just every time I hear this, like get the giggers, and I'm like, okay, no, they're fine. For a second, I was like, no, it's fine. It just rhymes.
It's like in one time in Ichi's notes, he accidentally spilled the Ninja Nigner.
Yeah,
that was the best.
That was dangerous.
No.
So we see.
Oh, that's a cute toucan.
So we see Amatsugai talking to Yua in the Zaya office, and he says that Metsubo Jinrai-net needs to be destroyed to prove Kamen Riders are the weapon of the new era. So this makes me think that this is a hint towards where the story's going to go in the next few episodes.
What is this, build?
That's what I'm thinking.
That's what Build's thing was. It was like, oh, we need to weaponize the Kamen Rider system, and like Sento's like, no, fuck you.
He goes on about forging a new legend. And I'm wondering if where we could be going with this
sounds
is...
like a Soul Calibur. Forging a new legend with the soul that still burns.
The stage of history.
No, it sounds like freaking James AI saying that, like, forging a new legend.
Yeah, 3D printing a new legend. But I'm wondering if maybe Metsubo Jinrai-net is just going to be completely extincted in the next episode or two, and then some bigger enemy's going to come along, and Guy has been working on weaponizing the Kamen Riders in advance to combat this threat.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not something Kamen Rider hasn't done before.
It's true.
But we're about at that point in the show where the main plot's supposed to kick in, so we'll see in the next episode or two, I think.
Yeah, and like Fu's dying right now.
He's straight up on an IV drip for most of the episode, which he promptly rips off.
Also, it was really fucking so heartwarming seeing just like Aruto be so sad about Izu, because like Jin like tries to hack Izu, and then later on like Aruto actually like fucking confronts him about it. He's like you're supposed to like protect human gears, like you're all about like destroying humanity and stuff like that, but you like attacked one of your own. And
0-1,
like,
I'm just here to fight. Now I feel so attacked.
And he's like, oh fuck.
You've been hurting. He also mentions like, what if you think you've been doing this whole show? You've been hurting other human gears all show.
And he's like, no, I was making my friend.
Shut up! That's the one point that Jin doesn't counter-argue. Like, as soon as Aruto's like, you've been hurting other human gears the whole, like, up until now, that's where Jin just, like, stops trying to argue.
Check these out.
Cool.
Those are my Hero Forge minis.
Cool.
Speaking of 3D printing.
Yeah.
And just, like, obviously Vice President assholes trying to, like...
Vice President assholes.
Yeah. He's just like, oh, I'm close to finding an excuse to get rid of you. Like, we're going to talk to the board about this.
So there's a thing that I think might happen next episode, and if it does, I'm going to stop watching 0-1.
Oh?
That, it's like, oh, we can't, her core has been destroyed beyond recognition. We can't, we can't restart Izu. And then Shesta shows up and goes, take my core. And then Shesta dies. If that happens, I will never watch the end of 0-1.
I don't think Shesta's central enough to the plot for them to go that direction.
Also, because Shesta is superior to Izu. I'm sorry, I said it.
Also, when the Vice President was like...
Izu's pretty good. But Shesta...
When he was
I feel like she's gonna become a monster of the week at some point.
By Shesta?
Yeah. But, like, I hate when the Vice President was like, oh, you can just make a new Izu. And I was just like, Fuck you!
Well, he doesn't see them as anything but products, I guess.
Izu has explicitly stated that there's data on her about 01 that is not backed up anywhere, so that won't work.
No.
And I'm glad that they established this, because it does help put some actual stakes into the life of this robot girl compared to everyone else.
You know what? Speaking of steaks, this whole episode was about steaks. Like, not the kind you eat, but the kind you raise.
No, and I love that Arto's trying to figure out a fixer, and then just, like, they give the best option. They put
her in the fucking 3D printer!
Yeah, they stick her in the fucking 3D printer, and the satellite's gonna fucking repair
Why
her.
was that not the immediate solution?
She becomes the Izu progress key?
Fucking maybe.
Izu!
Did you turn into a hot anime?
Yeah!
Kamen Rider Izu isn't an impossibility.
Is that Sherlock Holmes from the 22nd century? Sherlock Holmes!
Sherlock Holmes in the 22nd century. Oh my god, I remember that show.
That was a good show.
I remember the hot minute that was on TV.
Back to life.
It was on Family Channel, wasn't it?
But the reason I think...
this is the pose right here.
The reason I think that...
I put
there's going to be another enemy very soon in the show is I think I think it was Jin who mentioned, or I don't remember exactly who, but someone mentioned that if humanity is not extincted, all life will be. I think it was Jin who said that.
Mm-hmm.
So that might be a hint towards Mitsubo Jinrai knew about some other threat that was going to basically wipe out the planet.
I thought it was just like a nature thing, like humans are killing the Earth.
It could be, but I think that they were trying to disguise it as that, but it was secretly a hint towards a bigger enemy coming.
Is Greta Thunberg a Humagear?
She works for Mitsubo.
Yeah.
No.
She was like, you are enslaving a Humagears. How dare you?
How dare
you? Yeah. What I really liked seeing in the ensuing fight afterwards was Yua watches Fua henshin incorrectly, still prying open the key, and then after Fua goes down because of the recoil, Yua straight up steals his shot riser and goes a-shooting with dual guns. That was fun to watch.
Yep.
Oh yeah, and when 01 shows up in Breaking Mammoth, he straight up boomerangs one of his tusks through like a bunch of them. That was cool.
I will never see Breaking Mammoth again.
Yeah, probably not.
Probably see in the movie.
So, apparently the satellite tells Aruto to use the assault grip, so he attaches it to Shiny Hopper, and we get Shining Assault Hopper.
Now
which is gorgeous!
Yeah, oh my god, so great. But I'm wondering now, like, is this just mean that Fu is just not going to have the assault grip ever again? And so,
maybe they're just going to pass it back and forth?
So now it's just going to be the fucking... just the dying...
I would like to see him try and use it without the grip.
Maybe now that he doesn't have the assault grip on, like, sure, like, the form won't be as powerful, but maybe he can actually take it better? That would actually be good. That'd be a valid excuse.
Maybe.
I don't know. It would...
But what's interesting about the form is when he uses it, we see beams coming from both the satellite and the Ark.
It looks awesome. It's like light from heaven.
And then it like prints new armor, which then comes down onto him Gaim style.
No, I like it.
And then it has like a "this is not a test" voice.
Danger, danger! This is not a test.
Warning.
This is the emergency broadcast system.
Danger, danger, Aruto Robinson.
No chance of surviving this shot. I'm like, yeah. No, I love that.
So he gets the new form, he changes the authorized Buster into Axe mode, and the fucking episode ends.
Yep. Both times
He's
now.
got a new
Hopper
accessory.
form. I can't believe Jaleel White voiced all three of them.
I can. They're siblings, so it makes sense.
But the girl, too.
Yeah, they're siblings.
I know, but...
If Hayden can do it, Jaleel White can do it.
That was a very weird universe.
I mean, it was just his sonic voice, but it sounds like a girl.
Yeah. Anyway, so next week, a bunch of old Magia show up, Jin maybe dies, and Guy is holding his 2 Progrise keys.
Good for him.
Well, Progrise key and Zetsumarais key.
Good for
So, Thouser next week, maybe the week after.
Ooh.
Well, isn't the episode called like The Rise of Thouser?
Probably.
Isn't it just me, or I feel like we were promised Thouser like weeks ago? Like, remember, like, the leak was so long ago, like, I was able to draw a thing for it. Like, it just feels like, usually when we get a leak, within a couple weeks we get that thing.
Yeah.
But this was like, here's Thouser, and we're like, still waiting.
So long, Thouser.
Is Gar taking selfies in the toilet?
No, he's taking selfies in his bedroom.
He's in his bedroom?
Yeah.
I thought he was in the toilet this whole time.
No,
Gar was just taking a really prestigious
he's
shit.
not watching Zero One, so...
He's not caught up on the show.
Hey, Lane, check out this posing action here.
Oh, that's awesome, dude.
Yeah.
Tom's just actually posing. It's not a toy.
Lane's got me into fucking Black Series. I actually got one for Lane today.
Yeah, you got me a Director Krennic, which I was like, yep, totally happy with, because I like.
What was it was $5. You wanted, figured why not? You're the bigger collector. You'd probably enjoy it more.
Yeah.
I wanted the Thrawn more.
Anyway, this was in. Anyway, so yeah, regarding
I gotta get a Kylo Ren.
regarding Shining Assault Hopper, I think I like it better than Shining Hopper, but not by much. I still don't.
You know why? Because there's blue on it. That's why you like it.
I think it looks pretty cool.
I still don't like the fucking hopper leg shoulder things on his. You know what I mean?
Where right there? I don't know that fucking why.
Yeah.
That's like one of Jim Carrey's best things ever.
But yeah, so...
No, you don't want to. Yes, you do, because I'm bad. No, I don't want it. Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Your helmet's so cracked.
Oh, hey, you gotta knock before you come in here.
I definitely didn't see you playing with your dolls, sir.
No, Supremely, I didn't see you playing with your dolls. Your helmet's so cracked.
Isn't your helmet so big?
No, but in the new movie, Kylo Ren's helmet's cracked. Oh. Which is funny, because they're actually releasing the Black Series Kylo Ren helmet, the damaged one. They're actually releasing it.
With Kung Fu Battle.
I will not buy it because I still have this helmet.
Helmet Smith guy, I don't mean to tell you how to do your job, but my helmet's black.
Yeah, see? Helmet is so big.
No.
I'm so sad they never released those figures.
Yeah. So anyways, let's talk about Ryusoulger.
Hey, boom! Oh boy, a fucking movie tie-in episode to a movie we haven't watched yet!
I hear Gar.
Wait, it was a movie tie-in episode?
Did you say we can talk about Ryusoulger? Like, God damn!
Also, this episode of Ryusoulger is brought to the fucking MVP.
Hold on. Bamba knew he had to do it to him. Sorry, go ahead.
Aww. This episode of Ryusoulger is brought to you by the MVP of Rise of Skywalker, fucking Babu Frick. That guy was so fucking cool.
Can we stop?
Hey!
Can we stop?
It's not a spoiler!
I didn't know who that was! I didn't know that character existed!
You have no idea who he is in the movie, so it's okay.
That's kind of a spoiler.
That's pretty big spoiler.
There's a figure of him!
I know, but the whole point
I don't know that! Why would I know that?
Hey, we're gonna go meet this guy, and they give you expectations what he's gonna look like, and then he looks like that.
Sorry. Anyways. Okay. Oh no, Ichi!
You can go Babu Frick yourself.
Okay.
So this episode is about revealing how much of a fucking masochist Gachaleus is.
Sure.
Gotcha. So I know more about this episode than you guys did because I saw.
You get a medal.
What movie tie-in was there?
The Ryusoulger summer movie.
The woman AI in the pyramid is from the movie.
Oh, okay. Because I was wondering how it was a movie tie-in.
Like I was like, that's not like Ryusoul tribe chick that we saw before.
Yeah, and I was like, did I forget who this was?
Nope, she's in the movie. I figured it out immediately, even though we haven't seen the movie.
But I saw the movies.
Confoculations.
Confoculation.
Okay.
That's a good one. Keep it up. You get a cookie.
I'm gonna get some water.
I love that Precious calls Gachaleus Yowamushi Gachan. Which basically translates to weak little insect boy.
I like that Gachaleus just comes up to Western. You fucker, we're teaming up. Okay.
That was last week.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Oh, see, I didn't watch last week's Ryusoulger, so the two kind of just felt the same. Kind of blended in for me.
So, this was about finding the floating island from Sonic and Knuckles.
Angel Island?
Yeah, Angel Island.
It kind of was like Angel Island.
They go in to get the Chaos Emerald. By that I mean the sword. So yeah, they go into this big floating island. Ko and Kyle just get straight up tractor beamed up. And they're put through a couple of trials. The first of which is to fight their Zords.
Hold on. It's a temple.
Uh-huh.
And it's floating.
Uh-huh.
In the sky. Coincidence.
Oh god, it's a cat guy.
What's this from?
Castle in the Sky.
Oh.
Exactly.
I haven't seen that. I want to watch it.
I mean, I was thinking about the floating island from Beast Wars.
That's also a thing. How many other floating islands are there? I said Sonic.
The Animarium.
Chris, don't look at what I'm taking a picture of. It's a huge spoiler.
Okay.
I'm going to send it to Lane, personally.
Okay.
Tell me how big a spoiler this is, Lane.
Giggity.
So the Minosaur this week was actually a really creative design. I really liked it. It was a fucking water tower. I was expecting the Animaniacs to pop out of its face.
I was expecting Daffy Duck to show up in the Batmobile and like crush him.
And the Joker got away?
Looney Tunes back in action.
It's been a while.
Anyone?
It's been a while.
So this plot...
I used to really like it a lot.
Oh.
So this plot has a couple of the main characters going to a castle they can't come back from until they solve a challenge. It then has one of the characters get frozen in ice, and then they fight giants at a giant waterfall. Oh wait, I'm talking about Frozen 2. This episode follows the exact plot of Frozen 2, almost to the letter. They could not have done.
Why are you not wrong?
I know, right? This episode literally is Frozen 2.
And then Gachaleia said to his monster, "Let it grow! Let it grow!"
Yep. And by the way, I should also mention spoilers for Frozen 2.
People.
Spoilers for Frozen 2. At the end,
I know what you're gonna say.
Elsa gets a cape.
Oh,
you all people. Fucking make that joke. And you hate that song.
I do. That doesn't mean I can't use it in a joke.
So, anyways, the Ryusoulgers were going into the unknown. That's the only musical joke you're getting out of me this episode.
All right.
I saw this. This is not related to Ryusoulger, and I'm sorry about that. But I saw this great, I guess it was a TikTok because Vine doesn't exist anymore. That was like, this is 3 a.m. in Arendelle during that song, and it's just someone trying to sleep with the echoing into the unknown.
Yeah, because she screams that shit from her balcony.
And
I just put my baby to sleep, Elsa!
Yeah, oh my god, don't have your character discovery moments right now.
Wow.
Have your discovery moments after 9 a.m.
What the fuck happened to Pac-Man?
Oh, okay.
It's just sad Pac-Man with a nose.
Looks like Winnie the Pooh a bit.
So yeah, the water tower might...
Winnie the Pooh's butt. You know when they draw a face on his butt?
The moose.
So the water tower Minosaur is actually pretty cool. It basically just needs to drink water from sources and then use it in attacks. And I love that Bomba just shorts out the line, "Without water, living creatures will be done for."
You mean
thanks.
a certain other character?
Oh,
that survives
I know
on
what
water?
he's trying to do. I think that the Druidons are trying to make all the rivers flow backwards, which will freak people out and the world will crumble. Oh, wait. Golgum.
That's just what's...
Oh no, that Druidon!
Big.
Hey,
Big
wait, check
water.
this shit. Look at this.
What does it say if when you started saying that, my first
It's
thought was
lapis
big,
lazuli.
big garage?
Big garage?
It's a kid show, I don't know.
Bet my bottom. Come, Elizabeth!
Anyways, so we find out Gachaleus is the host, and the fact that he spawned a Minosaur from himself means he's getting very desperate, and I'm kind of glad we didn't see on screen Gachaleus being fed Crayon's juice.
No, but the best scene in the
That's
whole
on Brazzers.
episode was just Gachaleus going to Crayon, "I need you to insult me."
That is the fucking best! And
yeah, and it's well, hope you're fucking ready. Because I've been saving it all up.
just pulls out a fucking 50-page scroll.
Calls him garbage Laius. He's like, ugh.
He just lays him fucking flat.
fucking amazing.
He dropped a diss track so bad that Eminem would have thought it was respectable.
Oh my god.
He roasted him.
So funny. Slimed me.
Also, I really love that like the Ryusoulgers are about to go out to fight, and then Tatsui stops them and then serves them rice balls and juice boxes, and then we just get
it
this
was rice balls and soy milk.
this oddly wholesome scene. Like, you gotta fill up with energy
Yeah,
so you can go
that's how they figure
fight.
out the weakness of the monster.
Want to hear the creepiest fucking thing?
Hmm?
So I was on my way here, and right
Not
before
really.
I got on... No, this is creepy as in, like, coincidence. So I was walking through Eaton Center, trying, because I had to bypass... Anyway, so I stopped at this Japanese, like, food place to grab a couple of snacks, because they have stuff for the cheap. But guess what snacks I was eating while I was watching on the stuck subway, Ryusoulger? I had a soy milkshake and a rice ball.
Oh
And I was
my
like,
gosh, are you
It's like I'm
serious?
there.
And I'm like, shit, this shit's in 4D.
It's like you are there.
Am I the new Ryusoulger?
Asuna was getting way too into that fucking rice ball and soy milk.
Hey man, I feel it. I was eating my
Even
rice
Bamba
ball.
was
That's pretty...
Bamba was like, this is fucking good.
That's because Bamba hasn't eaten in 5 weeks. He just trains. That's all.
He drinks his pee.
He stabs himself to feed himself.
No, he drinks his pee.
Ew.
Dino Grills.
What's this, Unis Honest?
Wow, 2015 called. You wanted that meme.
Yeah.
Hey, your village called. They said they want their village idiot back.
Man, I want a Kylo Ren action figure just so I can give her Kylo Ren's lightsaber.
Gee, if it's like if someone has like 50 gajillion versions of him, and he totally doesn't need all of them.
I mean, I can't.
So on a slightly Star Wars adjacent note, I
On a
love
Star Wars adjacent note.
I love what Ko does to defeat Tiramigo. He basically uses the Novi Soul to AT-AT the bitch.
He Beyblades him.
Let it rip! He uses Novi Soul to stretch the Ryusoulgen around his legs and topple the bitch like he's an AT-AT.
Oh, Civil War related. I was in Walmart earlier today and I see a Bakugan. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to buy this Bakugan. I'm going to bring it. It's going to be fun. And how much is this? $36? Never mind.
For a single Bakugan?
Yes! 30. It was like this dragon thing and it came with
Jesus.
some kind of stand or something.
Jesus fucking
But it was like
Christ.
$36.99.
I'm sure Blaze will be telling us exactly which one it is in any second.
It wasn't in circle form. It was this red dragon thing.
That doesn't narrow it down. There's a lot of red dragons.
It was. Well, keep in mind that's kind of like $29 American.
Yeah.
Lane's figuring out which Kylo Ren to give away.
Yeah.
Oh, I think with the lightsaber, you don't have to give away a Kylo Ren.
No, I know.
But if you feel like giving me a Kylo Ren, I'm not going to not take a Kylo Ren.
Oh God.
No, don't take my Kylo Rens from me.
And Lane has left himself into his room.
So
anyways.
I'm okay. No
So the temple poses the question to Ko and Kanala, which is more important, your duty or your comrades?
Money.
And they give different answers.
I would love it. It's like, you know what's the most important thing? My duty. To my comrades!
That's what I was saying. I'm like,
I was totally ready for them to go, we'll fight for both, no matter what it takes.
But I kind of like what they did in that they said that each of them did make a decision, but then they sort of thought, but when we fight alongside each other, we can cover everything.
Yeah, it was interesting. Like, the temple was like,
I
okay,
wasn't what I was expecting at all. It was neat.
you have different answers. Okay, let's fight it out. And then they fight for a while. And I gotta say, the fighting in this episode is really, really good.
They've been amping it up.
One thing Ryusoulger has been consistently great about is the out-of-suit fighting, I think. Since the beginning has been good. If I had to pick one good thing about Ryusoulger, that's probably what I would go with. But they just stop the fight after like 2 minutes and go, we won't fight. We're friends. We'll do it all. And the temple goes, fucking finally, the correct answer.
Just look at this. Look at how badass that is.
No, I know.
So,
because I was.
So the temple AI
It should be
goes,
in this other hand.
Okay, great. You both get the power up. Pull the fucking Ryusoul caliber from the stone.
Because the soul
I
still burns.
hope Ko never uses this again because it looks way too good on Kanalo.
It looks-
Fucking agreed!
I was watching it, I'm like, This is Chris's power up.
Yeah,
No, even Gar was looking at it and he's like, damn, RyusoulGold looks good in that case.
Noblesse RyusoulGold next to Max Ryusoul Red. This is exactly what I wanted to see out of the show. I know I said that before about Max Red, but like, the heavy armor, the flowing cape, it all looks so good. It's such a shame that the Ryusoul caliber itself is an ugly piece of fucking garbage.
I don't know why it has random green on it.
Right?
At least Kanalo has a sword.
I don't like it, like, as an idea, but I don't know why it has that green.
It was so fun seeing Noblesse Ryusoul Red dual wield the Ryusoul Cannon, Ryusoul Caliber, and then Gold switches over to Gold. And I like that we got like stock form changing sequences for both of them. What I don't get is why they didn't say the new form name. They just say Ryusoul Red and Ryusoul Gold. But yeah, the new Noblesse forms are fucking badass. Aside from the ugly sword, and I'd really like to see more from those.
Cool.
So when Crayon absolutely destroys Gatchaleus verbally, we see the Water Tower Minosaur grow big, and because Ko and Kanalo are not around, we get to see Kishiryu 5 Nights Blue.
Yeah, I haven't seen that in a hot minute.
So does that mean all of them have their own combination of the 5 Nights?
Basically.
Like 5 Nights.
I also loved that, like, they don't even go to summon. It's like, we were already coming.
Yeah, the Zords just assumed that they would be shit at their jobs and that they would be needed.
Literally the small thing in the left. It was a regular size one for $36.
Yeah, that's Walmart for you.
Yeah.
Like, it came with, like, some kind of little, like, fucking cardboard shit. That wasn't it. It wasn't a big robot. It was literally a Bakugan. The card was so small. It was a single Bakugan in some kind of little, like, it was either a bag or a stand.
Bakugan bag!
Bakugan, die.
But yeah, I love that. This is kind of what I've been hoping for, like more night motif in the show, and they basically handed us a sword in the stone plot.
Sword in the stone.
I can't pull it out. That's what she said.
For children.
And yeah. And now they take the caliber out of the stone, and now your greatest trial. Get the fuck out, because the island's exploding!
And then the island explodes.
Hey, Lane, can I make a reference for you to enjoy?
Yeah.
I declare bankruptcy!
Bankruptcy! I'm going to kill myself, and it's your fault.
Oh.
But I love that.
That was just Michael Scott.
Like, we had 5 Nights bother to show up, and then the Noblesse forms show up, and without the Zords, they kill the giant monster by themselves.
Yeah, like, cut out the middleman. Meanwhile, like Tyrannigo's like, we have one job on this show.
And now it's pointless.
I just want to see Tyrannigo start speaking, like, British in full sentences. Well, I never.
Okay.
You don't say. I do say.
But the episode closes with Kanalo thinking about the words Yuno said about the quote-unquote true trials beginning.
It's the final countdown.
Hey, Lane, can I break your brain for a second?
Sure.
You've seen the movie Galaxy Quest, right?
Yes.
You notice anything strange about this screen grab from Galaxy Quest? You gotta enlarge it, Itchy. Anything strange?
Notice anyone in particular?
Yeah.
Oh. Huh?
It's the guy from The Office.
There's Dwight K. Schrute.
Oh, wow.
That's amazing. Is it the dragon?
Is that it?
Nope.
I found all the $30 ones.
I'm gonna find a picture of it by going to Walmart.ca.
.ca.
I typed in Galaxy Quest looking for bot.
So next week is going to be a Christmas episode.
No, it's a New Year's episode.
Yeah, the RyusoulGold or the Druidons declare war on Christmas.
Is that it?
No,
that's a Ben 10 form.
Oh,
looks like an Ultraman though.
That's the joke.
Oh, cool.
His name's way big.
Oh,
because he's big.
Yeah, got it.
And way big. He's way bigger. Way
all right. It's a little less expensive on the Walmart website, but I found the one that
Deca Bakugan. Oh, this one's got
yeah,
big
they're
balls.
giant ones.
Nope, it was not that. It was this.
It's got big
I guess it
balls.
has more than one in it. That was the so I guess there's 3.
Oh.
The one on the left.
Okay, so it was a 3-pack. That's why.
Yeah, it was a little cheaper. It's a little cheaper. On
I asked if it was just one, and you said yeah.
I didn't until I remembered. I didn't notice there were 2 more.
All right.
It doesn't look like there were 2 more, but that might not have been it because I remember it was vertical.
Just take a picture of it next time you're there.
I gotta go back there to take a picture of this box. It was on an end cap.
Hey,
I don't want to go Bakugan.
hey, you guys remember last year's Lupin Ranger and Pat Ranger Christmas special? Where Noelle went to fucking France to pick up Christmas shit?
To buy a turkey.
To buy a turkey.
It was
Good
to
times.
buy chicken, actually.
Good
Because fried
times.
chicken is a thing on Christmas in Japan.
Yeah.
Remember last year when we talked about Alpha's Magical Christmas?
Yeah.
No, I missed it.
This was kind of in the same ballpark. Let's get to our future topic.
Yeah, feature topic.
Ah! They're horrifying! Oh, Lane's choking out Gar. Like, force choking him. Can you, like, not...
I'm gonna unchoke him. I'm unchoking him.
I'm gonna force his pipe open!
Oh shit, I just force lightning all over the place!
Gross.
Giggity.
What in the motherfuck did you make us watch, Gar?
Lane is lost for words.
I'm dead inside.
Explain to us what the fuck this was.
I'm sorry, you expect me to explain this?
Yes!
Yeah, you're the guy.
Explain yourself!
Oh, back in 1993, I was like, oh, let's make a Christmas special of the Turtles.
Alright.
I have seen this movie
Do you guys
more times than I have seen Return of the Jedi. Because when I was a teen, I was babysitting these demon hellspawn children, and they had 4 VHS cassettes. One was Coming Out of Their Shells.
Oh.
One was A Very Turtle Christmas. One was The Aristocats. And one was a home movie that was terrifying that had them doing unfortunate animal abuse.
Jesus.
What the heck?
Yeah. So they put this on every day. And when it was over, they would rewind it and watch it again. And this was the most objectionable. And they found out I didn't like it. So they would put it on every time.
Okay, that is legit. That is legit trauma.
So when I think back to this show, I think of violence, animal abuse, and children with lice, and their parents didn't believe me that they had lice.
Lice.
I caught a bunch of lice on a piece of tape, and I said, "This is lice," and they said, "No, it's not. That's hair." I'm like, hair doesn't move when you breathe on it. Anyway, so I watched this thing close to 60 goddamn times over like a 2-month period.
Christ.
And I couldn't look at a Ninja Turtle for 5 years.
Oh, God.
It wasn't until the Nickelodeon animated show, or like the cartoon one, or no, the Fox animated show, that I was
2003
able,
cartoon?
that I was able to like Ninja Turtles again.
That's
and
fucked.
remember, if you remember, while you guys were talking about turtle stuff, you mentioned A Very Turtle Christmas, and I cringed so bad I pulled a muscle.
Oh. That's fucked.
This is literally the 7th circle of hell. This is the smell of Trump's butthole. This is J.K. Rowling's Twitter. This is everything evil. Dogs and cats living together. Pandemonium.
Turtlemonium.
So let me delve into the history of We Wish You a Turtle Christmas.
Why did
Satan was called.
Drop us a sick lore bomb, Gar.
And that is... I got nothing. There's legit nothing on this Christmas special.
Someone approved this to be
Look
made.
at their fucking faces.
This is the only thing we know, and this is because of Phaelus, because fucking Phaelus reviewed this 2 weeks ahead of us. Goddamn bastard!
He did it so we didn't have to, but we did it anyway. Well, you guys
That's
did
the
it.
critic.
I purposefully derailed a train.
They look like FNAF DLC! It's so bad!
Like they do.
Oh, sweet Jesus, I wasn't expecting that.
Their fucking mouths! I fear for my soul!
Yeah, their mouths just have an open setting and a closed setting.
Oh, God.
And have you? Did you, I know I watched the Phalos review basically to make sure I didn't make any comments that he already made.
Why do I hear
But I
reverb?
kind of have to mention their feet.
Yes, let's discuss about the turtle suits.
Oh god,
They are
bad.
cheaply made. They were made on a $20 budget. That is what I'm assuming.
Probably
And
closer to 500.
this production probably cost thousands of dollars.
Speaking of productions, guess who was really fucking jarred when I discovered who made this? It was made by Christopher Films.
Oh no! Your production company.
Tom is typing something in my notes.
Deal with the devil.
Oh, okay.
They said, "Hey Satan, give us the ability to milk some more Ninja Turtle stuff." And Satan said, "Well, I'm really busy. I have a lot of really creepy masks, but what I don't have is any effort whatsoever." "Oh, that's okay. We don't need that."
You want to know the weirdest part of all? The suits that showed up on Barbara Walters' interview show look better than this.
Oh god. So, correct me if I'm wrong, but these are the same suits that were on the Coming Out of Our Shells live tour, were they not?
No, they're worse.
No.
Oh, God.
The Out of the Shells tour had better looking suits.
Oh no.
Those ones were passable, and even though they had no real facial expressions, they had a lot of motion in their mouths because they had to lip sync.
Just lip sync, yeah, but
These ones don't even close all the way.
And the most disturbing part of the suit, I would say at least as disturbing as the faces, is like, I hesitate to call it the ball sack of the suit, but it's like the bottom of the front of their shells is like swelled up and pointed forward in a really unflattering way.
Yeah.
It's
every time it was on screen, it was just like, ugh.
Well, you know what? This is the ultimate combination. Because, okay, remember how great the turtle suits looked in TMNT, or the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? How great they looked. However, we will recall, I believe we mentioned this, that they were a nightmare to maintain and to operate. It took 2 people to work the heads, a person inside, and we're talking makeup artists touching these things up every time there was a tear. So the thing is, in the second one, you notice the suits are still pretty good, but they simplified things to make it easier. But they were still trying to keep the quality up. And Ninja Turtles 3 was where they were kind of like, the ease overloaded the quality.
Well, remember, those weren't made by Jim Henson Company.
I know, but the thing is, like, in designing, they were aiming for ease of use in filming.
Yeah.
And they skimped out on the detail. This is the ultimate combination of, we want these suits to be easy to shoot, and we don't care how good they look, because kids are fucking dumb. And the kids I watched this with were fucking dumb, and they ate it up. And I'm like, that guy's suit is half falling off. That one's falling apart.
Okay.
And that one, that's a turtle dick. And that's if they remove those.
You want to know the funniest thing of all? These aren't even the worst Ninja Turtle designs ever.
Really?
In suits.
Tell me the worst. Tell me what's worse than this.
Let me talk to you about Operation Blue Line.
What the fuck?
No, those
is
are
that
fine.
official?
Those are fine.
This is an official thing.
Those are nowhere near as bad, actually.
Guard, those are less realistic.
They sort of look like action figures.
Yeah, those look good. Those look dynamic and interesting.
I would say they lean into being cartoony, whereas the ones in this were trying to be real and did not accomplish it.
No, like the difference between that is the difference between a Star Wars black action figure and a creepy ventriloquist that you find under the bed. Or a ventriloquist doll, I mean.
I'm sorry, I can't tell in the photo which one's Raph and which one's Mikey.
Well, it's because they're all the same. They all have these lifeless fucking...
I think the one on the left is Raph. It looks a little
which
more
one
red
is
in
Mark
the
Zuckerberg? Which life? Did you see that post where it's like show pictures from?
Lamp.
It's pictures from the Polar Express. It goes years later, the lifeless uncanny valley, and it's shots of characters.
And one of them is Mark Zuckerberg.
Yeah, one of them is just legit Mark Zuckerberg. and it looks like I have some nice things to say about Mark Zuckerberg. His face looking like a real human being. No.
Yeah.
Like we're talking the Magia when they go berserk pretty much have more facial expressions than he does.
If crab people were ever a thing, he would be who I'd look to.
Oh, I am not sorry for how mean I am about this thing. I have nothing but hatred for this project, so I hope you don't mind that you get angry, Savage.
Sure.
You get the savagest Bandito today.
If there's
Final form.
anything that actually has earned this level of vitriol, it's probably We Wish You a Turtle Christmas, to be honest.
This one I don't feel bad about not holding back, because it's not like one of you's like, well, I have fond memories of this one. No, you guys...
I am glad I did not
You guys,
see
this is a podcast, this is audio. The look of utter defeat on these men's faces. I can only assume. Did you watch this thing, Emily?
The Out of the Shells tour?
Yeah.
Or are you talking about...
Turtle Christmas. Did you watch Turtle Christmas?
I did. I watched the review, and then I actually decided to sit down and watch the whole thing. And I didn't have a headache before it, and now I do. So I'm wondering if
what's with the fucking boots?
If that had anything to do with it.
Yeah.
It was around the part where we get to the rap that I was just thinking, does this exist?
All right.
I haven't watched it in a long time, but this is the one where Splinter sings a Christmas song.
Yes.
Right?
Okay, so let's talk about the main story.
By far, the most disturbing and nonsensical choice that this entire production makes. It's about them singing a bunch of Christmas songs, but out of nowhere, completely unprovoked, unexplained, even to the point of after the credits roll, they ask why they did it, and no one gives a definitive answer. Why in the fuck?
Credits banter was the best part of it.
Are the songs sung with a Rastafarian style?
Dick the whole
Who made this decision and why?
Yeah.
So let's talk about the plot. Because this is only 20 minutes, and there's 5 minutes worth of plot.
This is only 20 minutes long? I felt like it was an hour and a half.
This plot took 20 seconds to write!
Alright, so it's as Raphael says, it's 5 o'clock, Christmas Eve, everything's all ready to go, except one problem. The Turtles, who are all siblings, mind you, realize they didn't get their own father a gift. I know, right? Credit.
Fucking
that is fucking
Give him some potato chips.
Fell over.
Okay, here's where we need to start breaking down the fact that whoever wrote this doesn't know jack shit about the Ninja Turtles. So they at first imply and then go on to visually confirm that the Ninja Turtles went shopping on the surface.
Yeah, they didn't
during
have
the day.
Of any kind.
No disguises!
At 7 o'clock at night.
They just go up to the surface and shop for Christmas gifts and buy wrapping and a tree and kidnap children.
Actually, one of them was wearing a scarf.
Oh!
Couldn't they have just used Amazon? Oh wait, no, it was Leonardo that went to the Amazon.
Also, I don't think Amazon existed yet.
1994.
Oh, by the way, you want to see a better Christmas special?
Yeah,
this is better by default.
I kind of want to watch this.
I actually like the Star Wars holiday special.
Next year.
Here's the thing. I wasn't here when you guys watched it because I fucking hate this goddamn movie. But I can imagine the only joy that you guys had was making fun of it. But it was overwhelmed by how shitty it was.
You want to know the funniest?
Star Wars Christmas special holiday special is watchably bad.
Okay.
Meaning that if you were watching it with people, it's actually pretty fun. And you're like, oh, that's Boba Fett. Oh, you know, there is joy to be had. Like, you know how watching The Room, for example, The Room doesn't hurt you.
Fun fact about the holiday special, something that I learned, I don't know if this is true, but I heard this said, apparently the holiday special was in fact Boba Fett's first appearance.
It is.
It was his first appearance.
And you want to know the funniest thing of all?
That's so unfortunate.
You want to know the funniest thing of all? You want to know what George Lucas's quote on this holiday special is? If I had the money and time, I would go out.
No, it was if I had the time and a hammer.
Yeah, if I had time and a hammer, I would go out and smash every single copy of this.
I've heard that.
However, Disney
that's on the
Disney
bootleg
as a
DVD.
screw you to George Lucas. This is a screw you that. Well, the thing is, George Lucas. He might have gone overboard in a few places. But anyway, in The Mandalorian first episode, they make a reference to Life Day. And after, 40 years, they officially make the Star Wars Christmas special canon.
Wow.
By making a Life Day reference.
Or at least in Life Day canon.
Also, the Mandalorian's disintegration rifle is the exact rifle the Boba Fett uses in the Christmas special. Well, the same model. And it's one that he never had in the movies. It was only in that cartoon.
It's because Jon Favreau really likes the holiday special.
Amazing.
Okay, Santa Bear, I'm going to tell you something, and you're not going to believe me. I unironically love Howard the Duck.
It's a good movie.
I love that movie. I love it for Can we talk about Howard the Duck for a second?
I love how hard you're trying to steer a conversation.
Because it's Ninja Turtles shitmas. Okay, so Howard the Duck has Leah Thompson, who is beautiful. Howard the Duck is actually funny, and the humor, though really crass, is actually really funny. The plot's really cool. It has Jeffrey Jones playing a nuclear alien, and it's a fun movie. Jeffrey Jones turns into
I know who he is. He's Dick Nelson in Mom and Dad Save the World, and also Chairman Clench in Extraterrestrial Alien Encounter.
Well, he was in every other goddamn movie, like Ferris Bueller, Beetlejuice, but like he literally like Cronenberg, Jeff Goldblum the Flies into a creature, and it scared the crap out of him. And the thing is, the film, like I, as a kid, loved it. And
the thing about Howard the Duck is that the effects are practical, and it's so amazing to watch now and think now it would all be CG.
And his mouth moves when he talks. You know whose mouth doesn't move when they talk correctly? The goddamn Christmas Turtles. No. I'm not going to call them Ninja Turtles. They are stupid, terrifying Christmas Turtles.
There was probably a pretty big discrepancy in budget between those.
All right, Emily?
One was made for like 30 cents and a dead moth, and the other was made for millions of dollars.
All right.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm even saying.
You've been
I'm sorry.
quiet. Let's find out. What did you think?
Just like, this doesn't beat Alpha's Magical Christmas. That's still the worst.
You know what? I agree. I think Alpha's Magical Christmas was more jarring.
But does the Alpha...
Not even when they aren't saying anything, their mouths are still going...
You know why?
Like, you know what? Okay. No, I know why. Because the actors can't see if they don't have their mouths open. That's why. No, because their mouths are so fucking big that, like, the black screen's behind it where the actors can fucking see. Because they're not looking through the fucking eyes. They're looking through their mouths.
And they don't have the nose ones. Like, they hid in the original Ninja Turtles, they hid the nose eye holes so well you can't see them. Like, we're talking, like, Kamen Rider helmet small.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, remember in 3, you could just not... Once you saw the eye holes, you couldn't not see
and,
them.
like, we got fucking Mikey singing opera.
Like,
we got
many choices are made in this that I have no understanding on.
The fantastic, infamous rap.
You know the funny thing?
They couldn't resist the easy pun in front of them.
Now, here's a funny thing. Have you seen Into the Spider-Verse?
Yes.
Where they make a joke about Spider-Man Christmas album. They are actually legitimately making fun of this. Because if you look at the track list, you could actually hear all the different songs they did. And there literally is one that they never play, which is the Spidey Reggae Christmas.
Oh my god.
And they're literally in that movie making fun of this special.
Wow.
Why did they do a fucking Jamaican song?
The Simpsons made fun of this.
Why?
Like, this was the jumping of the shark of Christmas, like, tie-ins.
Okay, so, like, yeah, Mikey sings opera in the middle of Broadway at fucking 7 o'clock at night on Christmas Eve.
That makes me think, I want a Broadway musical featuring the Ninja Turtles that isn't coming out of your shelves.
I was about to say...
Like a full-on, like, a night in New York.
No, but
featuring Ninja
my
Turtles.
favorite part of that whole scene, while Mikey's singing, you can see two of the other turtles, like group up behind Mikey, like they're trying to pick him up and hoist them on their shoulders, and Mikey resists them, and he just goes, no!
And you just see one of them go like, oh. like he looks disappointed with a giant smile on his face.
So that was creepy.
So creepy.
And also Raphael steals the nearby Santa's bell.
When I said they jumped the shark, this person messaged me instantly. Whose name is Shark.
Nice.
That was a coincidence.
Nice.
A coincidence is when you're thinking or saying a word and something else happens. Like, you're thinking of a word in your head and somebody says it at the exact same time.
That's implausible.
No, it happens all the time. Like, you're thinking, like, man, I want to go to Denny's. Somebody's like, hey, Denny's is cool. And
that's because Facebook ads are always listening to you.
I think the best example of the thinking something and then saying it by accident was probably that outtake from Mystery Science Theater, where Joel comes in with this giant plate of waffles because the whole bit at the start of the episode was about waffles. And he comes in, he's eating them, and he's crunching them for a second. Then he says, "Pancakes."
So as they continue shopping for a brief...
Sorry.
I gotta add one thing. Facebook has been sending me this targeted message daily and tell me if this is so me or not.
Joke's on them, you've already bought it.
Yeah, it's in my Facebook thumbnail.
Yeah.
It's literally a picture of that fox.
It's an Optimus Prime headmaster.
Yeah, exactly, but with that fox head.
But, so yeah, we never see him go shopping. Even though
although it's through the dialogue, it's implied that they did go shopping.
Got, like a skateboard, some neckties.
But here's the thing, though. All right, guys, we only have 2 hours left before all the stores close. They hang out with the kids. They do a song. They leave. Mikey
they kidnap the children and take them back to the sewer.
Yeah, Mikey does opera, and then they're like, "All right, guys, we only have an hour left." I'm like, "Are you
you've been
serious?
singing opera for an hour?"
Okay, I can't believe I'm about to do this, but I'm about to defend your problem with it. This is not based on the comic book, the modern, or the movie continuity where the Turtles hide their identity. This is based on the cartoon continuity where the Ninja Turtles can literally walk into a pizza diner and buy pizza and nobody says anything.
It's funny that you mentioned the comics because their own comics apparently exist in this continuity.
Hey, man,
they buy Turtles comics.
Hey man, in Logan they have X-Men comics, so that Pandora's box is open.
You know what, I'm just gonna say it right now. Do not watch this Ninja Turtle Christmas special.
Please.
Instead, watch the 2003 Ninja Turtle Christmas episode where Mikey is enjoying his Christmas Eve on his own in like Central Park, finds a kitten, names it Clunk, and he beats a heist of people who are stealing toys for orphans while everyone else is hanging out at the lair waiting for Mikey to show up for Christmas dinner. It is
That actually sounds pretty perfect.
10 times better than this.
Oh, I'm about to say, because it's not... Oh, you're... Okay, I thought you were doing shtick, like you're going to find something where it's like... No. You know what that picture there that you have of the Ninja Turtles?
Yeah.
You know what looks good about Mikey right there?
What?
He looks like Mikey in the other episodes!
Oh, yeah. No. You want to see another shot of Mikey in this special? Boom!
Oh, wow, without the mask.
Yeah.
Yeah, he could pass as a weird, fucked up looking human.
Homeless person.
Well, look at that cat.
I have a lot of gangrene.
That show, I watched that show beginning to end. The Fox, like, do they call it the Fox Turtles or Turtles 2000?
2003 series.
2003.
It was on by Fox.
So first of all, that show was amazing. It retells the origin, some of the fights, like when Leonardo fought all the people on the roof, and they pretty much redid the plot of the movie.
And they crossed over with Usagi Yojimbo.
But that show, that show was amazing. Like, it literally reinvigorated my love of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
I still like the 2012 series better.
My complete box
No, the 2012 series is excellent. But I would say equally excellent for both what they are, which is a reintroduction to the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles for a new audience that's fresh and new. Now, I'm going to say something that you all are going to get mad at me. I love Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
No, that's a good
cartoon. The recent one?
People like it now?
Oh, dude, I love Donatello. He's such a smart ass.
I've only seen one episode, but I kind of like the direction they went with it.
I'm not caught up. I'm not caught up. I watched the first half of the first season, and I loved it, but everybody was shitting on it, and then but apparently people like it. You telling me people like that show now?
I won't speak for the fandom, but I watched one episode and it was different, but I liked it.
I like that the Ninja Turtles are based on different turtles and they look different. Like Donatello has a soft shell,
because you gotta change
big
it a
and
bit.
beefy. Like their body types match their personalities.
Nothing beats Fast Forward. I love that stuff.
That was a decent show, but so I think they ran out of ideas before they ran out of episodes.
And that's when they went back to the sewer.
Remember Battle Nexus?
Yes, the season 2 finale.
That was pretty cool. Where Michelangelo accidentally becomes the greatest warrior in the galaxy.
The funniest thing is that I think it was in season 4, they bring it up. The guy comes back, he's like, I want a rematch. It was not fair that you beat me by accident. And Mikey's like, I can't fight him.
Man, you know what I would love to do?
Still kicked his ass.
Do you guys have an Xbox here? Like an original Xbox?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
There were two Ninja Turtles 03 video game.
The Battle Nexus video game?
Well, there's Battle Nexus was the second one, and the first one was just the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles one. Yeah. They are the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is brutally hard unless you're playing it it's brutally hard if you're playing it multiplayer, but if you play it single player, you can beat it in one sitting.
Cool.
Because you don't have to share power-ups.
No, when doubt, always play as Mikey because Mikey always takes double damage because nunchucks.
Also, I love in Battle Nexus, Michelangelo could fly because he was supposed to do this twirling thing where he twirls the nunchucks and flies, but they forgot to have it stop. So as long as you keep hammering the button, he keeps doing it. And he's kicking with his feet. The only problem is that, you know how sometimes in video games they loop animation, or they loop audio, and they don't... So he goes, eat feet, 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 eat feet. And this is the most broken... Eat feet, yeah, and this is the most broken...
That one?
Yeah, that's the original one. But the was it Mutant Melee? I don't know. It might be. But anyway, so this move was so incredibly broken. You know how some games that are really hard and you have to use it. So the thing is, literally, if you want to beat that game, you gotta have somebody as Michelangelo, and somebody else is doing whatever, and the other person eat feet, and we had to do it with the sound off. And it's just eat feet, 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 eat feet. And he's just sliding up and down the screen, and everything. And the thing is, like, everything just fucking flies away. Like, nothing can stand up to it.
That's amazing. I mean, call me an old-fashioned man, but I still vastly prefer the classic Turtles in Time.
Turtles in Time is pretty good. I like the original arcade.
One of my favorite Ninja Turtle games.
The quintessential co-op beat 'em up.
I remember back in the day that I went to a 7-Eleven at St. Clair in Spadina, which is no longer there, and I remember I cashed out. I went with my allowance for a few weeks, which was I had like $20. I literally bought a Coke, a bag of chips, and a Big Turk for like $1 because that was the 80s, and I had the rest put in quarters, and I had them in a baggie. And I sat myself next to the original Turtles arcade until I beat it.
Nice.
I didn't. But...
until I ran out of quarters.
I ran out of quarters because I was really terrible.
One time I beat the original Simpsons arcade game in one sitting.
I've done that too. That game is a little more forgiving.
Yeah.
But that original game, man... Because the thing is, like... The home ports were not as good. But the original game, it felt like you were playing a cartoon.
Oh, yeah. And let me just put it out there that if you ever wanted to play that game, make a video of it, it can totally be done.
So why don't we talk about the 12 Days of Christmas? So apparently he got we'll count down 12 April O'Neil autographs, 11 pairs of sneakers.
Pizza was framed.
10 yellow yo-yos, 9 neckties, 8 chopsticks, 7 silk kimonos, 6 frisbees, 5 video games.
They kidnap children.
4 manhole covers, 3 skateboards, 2 comic books, and a pizza with pepperoni. And first off, Splinter looks terrible. He doesn't look like a rat.
No, here's the thing. So one of the people that worked on this worked on coming out of their shells. Mm-hmm. That is the same suit from coming out of their shells.
I thought so, and that's part of why I thought the turtle suits are the same.
Unfortunately, they're not.
So this is Skipping Stones, Splinter.
Yeah, this is Skipping Stones. Again, people, just think about this. Ninja Turtles showed up in Power Rangers in Space. Hasbro owns that. They haven't said no to making those yet. We could get fully articulated, high-quality Next Mutation figures.
Cool.
I would strongly consider buying one of those.
Oh, Linkara actually brought something up about that show, or about that team up. None of the voice casts from Next Mutation actually voiced any of those turtles.
Really?
Yeah, because the show was made in Canada, Power Rangers was made in America. They just took the suits.
Wow.
Okay, you know why that doesn't surprise me?
Because we don't want to pay.
No, Haim Sabin is kind of a genius, but you know what Haim Sabin is not known for? Spending money he doesn't have to.
Yeah.
What do you mean I gotta pay in Canadian?
Well, he's the guy who played Rocky has this famous quote when he was told that he was going to be replacing, somebody on Power Rangers. Haim Sabin literally came up to him and was like, "Oh, here's the idea. You're going to play a character. I'm going to make a lot of money. You're not going to make a lot of money."
Oh, yeah.
Or something. And the whole thing is you straight up goes you're going to make fucking peanuts. The thing is you ask David Yost, any of those people, they made peanuts. They made more money doing the stage show because of union rules than they did making the show.
Austin St. John has now forever been quoted saying, I could have been working at McDonald's flipping burgers and getting paid the same amount when I was doing Power Rangers.
Well, because
sad.
But that isn't as iconic and incredible.
Well, the guy who played Bulk, like he literally, a lot of times, unless you were like one of the main actors, they would say to you, "We're going to be shooting out by such and such a place. Get there." They weren't pay, they had to pay for their own food. They had to, and this is actually very common in LA
because Power Rangers wasn't unionized, and it still isn't.
Yeah, so it's very common, that you would have to pay for your own travel, and they would say, "Oh yeah, we're shooting 2 cities over. Get a hotel. It's your job." So a lot of times, at the end of the day, they spent more money than they made on the show, and they would do it because they just want to be on the show and they want to, a career.
Yeah.
And the thing is, like. Right now, they get away with a lot less of this because even without union, there are
regulations.
Rules. Like you have to feed people if they're on set a certain amount of time, even without a union. It
still sucks that they have to pay for their own hotel when they're in New Zealand.
Yeah,
and they filmed 4 months straight.
Well, this is very common. Like my cousin used to be a supermodel. I'm not even joking. He actually used to be a full supermodel.
Can I get a number?
No, it's my cousin, dude.
What if I said please?
Civil War.
Anyway, so anyway, she'd be on the cover of magazines and stuff, but she was living when she was upstairs. Like we had different apartments together in this big house.
Okay.
Like my dad and I, this years ago. Anyway, so I'd say like, "Man, are you like a millionaire?" She's like, "No, I'm broke." And I'm like, "But you were on the cover of Harper's Bazaar," and she was like. They literally said to me, "Yeah, we'll pay you this much, but you have to get to Prague in 2 days. It's your own problem." And the thing is, like, a lot of it was lifestyle, so she'd have to be seen at clubs. So she's paying to get to these clubs. She's paying for drinks. She's paying for hotels. So by the time she gets back, she spent like 20 grand making 15 grand in pay. Like,
so she only made $5 back.
She spent more money. So sometimes she'd be ahead, sometimes not. And the thing is, what you don't realize that a lot of people who aren't marquee actors are spending money to be in their profession. And you always hear about these actors that you think made a shit ton of money, but they didn't. Like Biff from Back to the Future made next to no money, and he was in all 3 films. Like unless your name is on the poster for something, you're not making money.
Oh, you mean like the voice actor of Sonic? In the upcoming movie. Anyways,
so my favorite part about the 12 Days of Christmas song in this is that when we reach the final verse, number 12, Splinter actually loses pace and like drops the first half of the verse, and then like he just comes back in on 5 video games. Ha! Made it.
I'm gonna show you guys a video once we're done recording. I found another 12 Days of Christmas on Facebook. It's the most funniest fucking thing that I saw.
Okay.
But yeah, and then the movie ends, but just like coming out of their shells, it keeps going after the credits.
They keep talking for like at least 2 minutes after the credits have finished.
Is this their voices?
Yeah,
it's just their voices.
It's faded to black, the credits have rolled, they're all gone, and they're still talking, and they're even like, "Why did we make it Rastafarian?" And no one has an answer!
No. You know what? As much as I don't like it anymore, Doug Walker. Cut! Are
you still here? The movie's over.
Go home.
Go home.
Oh wait, we kidnapped your children.
Yeah, also there was kidnapping.
Keep in mind, this was the 90s. You can't kidnap a child that would follow a Ninja Turtle into fire.
I mean, that's true.
Like, they didn't really kidnap the children, just they weren't really, ninja-ing, and the children saw where they went.
I said these were the kids that never made it home after Alpha's Magical Christmas.
They were just random
every
street
Christmas,
urchins.
Some kind of children's show figure would end up taking care of them.
No, just thank you, Alpha. By the way, did you send those kids back home? I was supposed to send them home.
I sent them towards home.
I sent them to the other side of America. I sent them to New York. I'm bringing back Alpha 6.
Yeah, good enough.
Good. We'll get them next year.
But you know what this was? What year did this come out, Gar?
1994. So it came out after Ninja Turtles 3. It came out after coming out of their shells. And I think the show was on its 5th season.
I think that they were like. I think that this is at the point where they were like, "Do you hear that clunking machine breaking down in the back? That's our money printing press. our green machine that prints the dream is breaking down. We no longer have the license to print money with Ninja Turtles faces on it."
Yeah, they were on their 8th season by then.
Like, you guys, like, okay, so the thing is, like, at this, I used to collect the Ninja Turtles toys like you wouldn't believe, and this is around the time I stopped because they were just getting weird. Like, we're talking like we were on the 4th incarnation of Raphael in a baseball jersey. Like, we're talking at this point, Turtles had Beyblades in them. I kid you not. You would pull a fucking thing and it would spin.
Yeah, they would spin. I have one of those. I actually have to
So they were masters of spin jitsu?
Yeah, they were. But the thing is, like, there's 4 core characters, and the thing is, as much as you buy some of the villains, you want the Turtles, and they were out of outfits to put them in. And this is to a point where the original audience, which was kids my age, were like, maybe Ninja Turtles aren't cool anymore. Hey, I remember being in grade
I don't want to play with you anymore.
Well, it doesn't help.
Ironically, isn't this right when Power Rangers kind of showed up?
Yeah, this is when Power Rangers
started in 93.
Yeah,
93.
So when Power Rangers came, a lot of kids, myself included, looked at all of the kind of like the 80s legacy toys, like Transformers. Transformers was dead in the 90s, man. Until Beast Wars showed up, it was fucking dead.
Like, there was Generation 2, but that did fucking nothing. Yeah,
it was terrible. So the thing is, so a lot of kids my age, because I was the demographic for this show, the end of it. And I was like, yeah, no more Ninja Turtles, no Ninja Turtles, no G.I. Joe, no Transformers. This Power Rangers shit is where it is. And I became so into Power Rangers. This was kind of the death of the original run of Ninja Turtles.
Don't forget also there was a certain show that came out that Bruce Timm made.
Batman the Animated Series.
Batman
the Animated Series was like, that's the shit
changer.
that turned me into a modern comic fan.
Like, that was game changing.
That show was amazing. There were a lot of great new cartoons that were coming out, but I mean, this was the end of the kind of like the 80s toy boom. The Ninja Turtles came in, or like what,
87.
87. So they, this was the end of it. Nobody could sell the toys. I remember a kid having, like, around this time, a kid having Ninja Turtles in his lunchbox, and kids were making fun of him.
Because they were treated as a joke by then.
Yeah, it was like Ninja Turtles were for babies. Babies! Oh!
The littlest, tiniest
Ninja Turtles, and the thing is, right now, Ninja Turtles are ever cool. They've hit the nostalgia thing of, like, they
hit the nostalgia wave.
Yeah, but the thing is, back then, it wasn't nostalgia. People didn't realize this was a legacy brand. This was at the end of the Ninja Turtles life cycle. People literally were like, well, fuck the Turtles. Like, kids were saying this. I kid you not. Fuck the Turtles! No, they were hitting puberty, so like, fuck the Turtles! Fuck the Turtles! Yeah. But
ironically, most of the voices you made are probably voices of actual turtle villains.
Yeah. But I mean, this was the end. And the thing is, like, now keep in mind, me having, this fucking thing killed the Turtles for me, but it also killed the Turtles for a lot of people. Not because of traumatizing children that were burying cats in the backyard, but because this was terrible.
I want my 21 minutes back, Gar.
Oh my God.
Gimme
it back. I could have been playing Fortnite.
Could have gotten laid.
Oh, what a loss.
Yeah, or in your case, Gar, laid 4 times. Civil War.
So if you say Civil War, I'm just doing the math in my head.
Civil War is literally every time I make fun of Gar and go too far, I'm just gonna say Civil War.
Just we'll put it to the fucking 0-1 opening. Civil War, Civil War, Civil
Gar,
War, Civil
you're
War.
a fucking cocksucker and I hate you.
That's gonna be the meme for the next month.
No, it's a bit. I wouldn't say that. I know that's the most extreme thing. No, that was the most extreme thing I could come off the top of my head.
Tom, you're a very awesome person. Civil War ?
God damn it! It works the other way too.
Oh God, I know what to put.
Charmander, Bulbasaur, Civil War.
Anyways,
eating Charmander and
do not watch this.
Bulbasaur.
There we go.
Save yourself the trouble.
Smelly boy.
I was alive.
Hello there.
I was alive.
That feels like auto caption.
It is. It's from the infamous Chinese bootleg of
All right.
Called Star Wars: The Third Gathers the Backstroke of the West.
Oh no.
So I think this is where we should wrap it up.
No,
So now we're gonna do Civil War.
Rap.
Finally, we're gonna fight and do Civil War.
Itchy? Rap?
Huh? Yeah! Why were they kept tickling each other's hands during the rap and it was unsettling.
It's not that they're tickling each other's hands. You know what they were doing?
Then they slap, not like...
It's like those suit actors couldn't figure where the other... Are you here? Where are you?
Yeah.
Am I touching your dick?
Anyway, Gar.
Yes.
It is time for Civil War. Get your Gabu revolver. I'm going to get out my $36 Bakugan, and we're going to fight this out right now. It's going to be an amazing battle. It's going to take at least an hour.
I would love that too, but there's only one problem.
What's that?
It's the end of the episode.
Oh shit, we're out of time?
If it's going to take an hour, it's already late.
Yeah, and I got to get home. I got to commute.
I got to work at 8 o'clock in the morning, and I can't be late again.
All right.
I'll tell you what. We come back here, first week of the new year, and Civil War is going to fucking happen.
But awesome, but can we talk about some things that we're going to do in 2020?
Also, my power candle's burning out. Are we going to deal with that?
Yeah,
we'll think of it.
I'm sure we'll all come back refreshed and newly formed.
Ooh.
Oh.
Some changes.
Yeah.
Can we add the word extreme to Castranger Extreme?
Extreme! We just...
Castranger Italics.
Italics. That's good.
So,
all right, I'm going to try a thing. I'm going to try a Christmas thing. I'm going to try to do some improv. Can you get me that list of the 12 days of Christmas? I just need to know how many of the numbers there are.
There are 12.
All right. All right, so I'm going to try off the top of my head to come up with... all right, on the 12 days of Castmas, we had 12 Kylo Rens, 11 new mics, 10 Gar references to Ultra Major.
Ultraman.
9 Emily plushies, 8 pizzas brought, 7 doors dashed, 6 Q-tips on that table, 5 Fortnite wins.
That's generous.
4 Blaze freakouts, 3 Armor Hide comments, 2 Rider girls, and a cast Rangers who are gonna fight in the new year.
And 1 Ocarina of Time.
I think that was pretty good for pulling that out of my ass.
Yeah.
It was, yeah.
So yeah.
And 1 song I pulled out of my ass.
Yes. I like the fact that there were multiple Blaze freakouts, but I think we had our first one today, so...
So, that is the end of Radio Sentai Castranger 2019.
We're done. Fuck this show.
Yeah.
Oh, if you kept making jokes in Ultra Ranger, we're done. No, we're not. Yes, we are.
We should all list our favorite 2019 moment.
Oh, that's tough.
Tom, when you joined.
Oh, thank you, Gar.
That's pretty up there.
Yeah,
that's up there. Like when you joined, it was a game changer.
Gar, I'm not going to make fun of you for one random episode next year.
And you won't know which one.
I won't be here for it.
Yeah, be gone. Yeah, I miss Gar.
Man, I wish I could say how much I love Gar and appreciate him, but he's not here, so I can't.
Yeah. So fuck him.
Fuck him, he sucks.
You know who's always really funny about this? Gar. Where is Gar? I don't know. All right, Lane, what's your favorite moment of 2019?
I don't know. I gotta think about that.
Also in the chat, tell us.
I'll come back.
Well, what's your least favorite moment?
Post in the comments what your
No, let's not do
moments.
least favorite moments. Let's not go there.
My least favorite was when I lost my job.
Well, that's not Castranger.
Yeah, that's why we're not going there, Gar, because you deserve good memories.
Oh.
It's this episode.
More.
No, starts when we talked about this shitty Christmas special.
Yeah, this right now. When my favorite was when Gar lost his job. That's our second place freak out. My favorite moment was when Savage mentioned how he got an award for taking a photo of a really nice ass.
What else?
I'm gonna get more in 2019.
But you, Ichi.
It's really hard to pick one, so I'm just gonna go with the soppy cop-out answer and say my favorite Castranger moment is every week being here with my best friends.
And that's a really good one. Oh, the start of Hero Cast, thank you. By the way, we're gonna play on Sunday. We're gonna run it on Sunday.
I'm closing. I can't be there.
Oh, that's really bad for what I'm planning.
Damn it!
Every time I come up with a Gar will be able to save us here.
Emily, are you
My
available
favorite
Sunday?
moment was when Savage called his mom a three-headed bitch.
I've been trying to think of a favorite moment this whole time, and I'm not sure actually.
Oh yeah, Itchy, your favorite moment was when the YouTube channel finally got remonetized.
That's up there.
How
how about we make that everyone's Christmas homework?
Yeah.
I think that my favorite moment was the first time we did Hero Pass.
Oh shit, Ichi! I forgot to give it to you this year.
That's what she said.
No, the double space, the double space like 800 word paragraph, or like 1,000 word paragraph, or 1,000 word essay about how we could reach 1,000 and then 800.
Well, now we don't need to.
You know what? You know what my favorite moment is, and this is a me moment, but it was more Lane's reaction. I worked really hard. I actually wrote that whole thing out about all of the Bond titles and the Beetleborgs and just seeing Lane's eyes light up
as he figured it out
when I was doing it.
Oh yeah, you know what? That's my favorite moment. Coming out with the Crystal Pepler. That was fucking...
No, but after I did the thing, Lane got up and gave me a hug.
Yeah, no, that was fantastic.
And it was like the greatest culmination of validation I've ever had.
No, it was. I loved every second of that.
But you know what? My real favorite moment, was you guys inviting me to stay on the show permanently.
Yeah.
Yay.
Because I was like, I'm part of something.
Yeah.
I matter.
Yep.
Or do I?
Well, you've always mattered to me, bud.
Oh, wait. Are you talking to him or me?
Oh, the
Zio
Zio speech. Yeah. The Zio speech.
Ow. My first thought was, this isn't a 2019 moment, but one of my favorite Castranger moments is honestly just Gar coming up with calling her soup.
Calling her soup, yeah.
What's her name? Tsukiyomi? Fucking, I'm calling her soup. And then Lane, next episode. So soup. One of my favorite moments. Are we seriously fucking talking about Corey?
Oh yeah.
Where I was dying on the floor. Like, Tom, you weren't here.
This is where Casper just let us.
I made a reference to Corey.
This is one that probably won't come up. Like someone.
What's Corey in the house?
Grace.
Go ahead, Emily.
Okay, go ahead, Emily. Go ahead.
Because you kind of had to have been like in my headspace to get it. But there was one time it was like late summer, I think, and I was feeling this year I was feeling really gross and like headachy and queasy, and I was like, should I go to Castranger tonight? I don't know, but I decided I'm gonna go to Castranger. I don't want to mess it up and everything. So I was there, and I was like practically delirious, eating a bit of my leftover chicken sandwich from Jack Astor's, and I remember in a matter of minutes I was feeling better, and like I was thinking like, dang, I can't believe it, I have actual people around me and they want me here.
Oh.
It was kind of cool. I remember that, but I don't know if I could say what episode.
Oh my god!
Did you just see
Corey,
this?
is the house?
No. I'm sorry. What's underneath?
Oh.
Should we say that on
No.
Okay. Oof. It was the opposite of somebody coming onto the show.
Gross.
So
somebody go.
That's getting some comments.
So
can you blaze to not defend?
What do we got? What are some things that we got next year?
Well,
yeah.
So this is going to be the last episode we do this year. So we're going to take a couple weeks off for the holidays, and we're going to come
2
back
weeks,
fresh
one for
face.
Christmas, one for New Year's.
Yeah. So we have obviously the first couple of weeks of January are going to be like double episodes, catch ups and such.
Yeah. Unless they took a break as well.
So a couple of things you can look forward to feature topic wise in the coming months of 2020. We're going to do more of Tokusatsu Gagaga.
Yay!
We're going to do more Beast Morphers.
Cool.
We are finally going to tackle Samurai Flamenco eventually, I promise.
It's not that good as everyone says. It's a meme. When you finally watch it, it's boring. But I would like to watch it.
It has its moments.
And among our other theme months, we will be doing Metal April 3.
Yes.
And then, would you like to talk about the initiative that you're taking for the next year?
So, the big initiative next year, since next year is the year 2020, this highly marks Super Sentai's 45th anniversary.
Shit, I am only 4 years younger than Super Sentai.
Yeah.
Baby Bamba!
I forgot about that.
So yeah, it's I was about to say Baby Bomba's 45th anniversary.
There's a good idea some people can do. Tell us what your favorite thumbnail was for the last year.
Including Ultra Rangers.
Alright, sorry, go ahead.
Alright.
Tell me what your favorite Savage quote was, because I'm vain as shit. Because I said some pretty cool shit this year.
Alright. So yeah, next year is Super Sentai's big 45th anniversary. So even though the franchise will only be on its 44th season, it still counts as the 45th year of its anniversary.
Yeah, because the first several of Super Sentai were kind of weird.
Yeah. So I decided once a month, we're going to look at a piece of Super Sentai's history from not every season, but some of the more interesting seasons.
We're going to pick 12 seasons.
Kinda.
So Go-Ranger, is that the first one?
So yeah, the first one that I will talk about, and keep in mind, this is always going to be the third week of the month. So if you want to talk about it live, it'll be on the third week.
Oh shit, we're talking about
like the third Friday.
I'm not going to say it aloud. Yep. February 21st, I'm down.
Yep, that's why I picked. You'll understand why I picked it.
I know. You know what? I'm not going to tell you what I'm going to sing a song. It's like, looking forward to that anniversary time it is.
Yeah. So yeah.
Castranger.
Damn it.
So the one that we're doing first is, why not talk about the first theatrical Super Sentai film ever?
I want to try watching that show.
I have all of it.
Do you have it like on a thing?
Yeah. So if you bring over like a USB, I can like copy all of it for you.
Yeah, I want to see if I get through the whole thing in January.
Because I hate myself. And our topic for the third week of January will be the Go-Ranger movie.
The Bomb Hurricane.
And sorry that I spoiled that, but I want people to watch it too.
And also, I'd still like to do with Ichi and Tom. I'd still like to do Captain Power and the Casters of the Present.
We do need to make time to do that.
We have the entire series on DVD,
and we almost had the toy that shoots at the TV.
Yeah. I can still get it. It's literally like $12 on. Let me
kind of
eBay
tempted.
it. I'm gonna eBay it right now.
Yeah.
And another idea we had, it may not happen, but
depends how lazy we are.
It depends on our schedules. Lane, Ichi, and I will be doing another show next year. Very short show, kind of like, well, not short as in episode number, but short as in like however long.
By temper.
Yeah, short by temper. This was Lane's idea. Fuck you.
What is it?
Every episode, we're talking about 2 episodes. We don't have a name for this podcast yet, but we're going to be talking about one of the first spin-offs from Power Rangers, VR Troopers.
Yeah.
Yes!
It's got like 90 fucking episodes.
92, I think either 92 or
I'm just curious to find out how the fuck they populated 90 episodes.
Well, do you want the answer?
Sure.
They ran out of footage. They took another Metal Hero show, and that kept it going.
Wow.
We're actually gonna watch some VR Troopers.
Yeah, if you want to be a part of it, why not?
Sure, I liked that show when it was on.
I mean,
because ironically, the reason how I was telling like people like, oh man, like Ninja Turtles are for babies. I got to a point in Power Rangers, like Power Rangers is kind of getting shitty, and then VR Troopers came on. I'm like, shit, this is hardcore. I almost said hard ass.
Well, I mean, if you look at the female VR Trooper,
yeah, but I mean, like, I remember watching that show, and well, the intro was like, well, then again, like Power Rangers, well, Suki Levy and since it's Christmas, I won't say the title that goes with Suki Levy. But Han Saban, he wrote both Power Rangers and VR Troopers, and they are pretty fucking catchy.
Will we ever get back to Mask Rider?
Yeah, I would like us to talk more about Mystic Knights of Tuna Nog.
Hey, you know what? I think we should not. Can I put a thing? We don't talk about Mask Rider, but instead we talk about Kamen Rider Black and Kamen Rider Black RX.
Well, I'm sure
it's slightly better.
I'm sure if we keep this going long enough, eventually we'll cover everything.
Eventually.
Eventually.
We'll run out of things.
We'll reach singularity.
Yeah.
I mean, we already know Ultra Ranger's going to go on for another 7 years until we run out of things.
You know what I realized? Between the 4 of us, we know everything.
Kinda.
Like, with maybe a couple of the older Super Sentais, we've watched everything.
And Emily's along for this ride with us.
Yep. Well, I'm talking about people in the room. I don't know, Emily, what you've seen and haven't seen.
Oh, I finished Gingaman.
Wait, well, we could add
That's 30. That's 30.
Precure to that. We could add Precure to that if we count what you've seen.
Yeah.
Because you've seen more Precure than you've seen Super Sentai.
I have seen almost all of Precure, actually.
Oh, there you go.
Also,
there we go.
I am sorry that Ultra Ranger has been lagging.
If we bring Blaze in, we got Bakugan.
Okay.
We're doing a collective where we know everything. If one of us doesn't know it, one of us does.
Stay tuned for more Ultra Ranger next year. We're going to celebrate our 3rd-year anniversary next year.
Like, you know...
But we already talked about our plans on episode 108. But yes, that is... Also, we'll be doing our 300th episode next year.
Oh, yeah, the big 300.
We're going to talk about 300.
Yeah.
If that's probably...
Also,
that's going
if
to be
we
in July.
add Bear to the list, we can have all the information on three-headed bitches.
All right, I think that's a good time to wrap things up.
So, thank you all for listening, liking, favoriting, sharing, subscribing. It's been a great year for Castranger. 2019 has been very, very successful for us.
We got monetized again.
I learned a lot of stuff.
So, over this next couple of weeks, we're going to have our Christmas thing, and we're all going to go to a peace conference. And some of us are going to come back with different colors and different actors and different plot points and different... One of us is going to be named Rocky. I'm just kidding.
Can we actually get Steve Cardenas on the show?
That would be Rocky.
Can I kidnap him and bring him onto the show?
Just get the Ninja Turtles to bring
No,
him to the Christmas
Gar.
party.
No, you may not kidnap Steve Cardenas. Wink, wink.
Why are you nodding your head yes? All right.
No, I cannot condone kidnapping. Not
I don't
like
know.
Ninja Turtles did.
You might be like, hey, dude, we will literally buy you a Subway sandwich if you come on and be like, Subway sandwich, footlong? We'll see. All right, I'm in either way. You had me at Subway sandwich, which you can get through Skip the Dishes.
Yeah.
I don't know why you would, but okay.
Don't forget to use the code in our description for $7 off your first order.
Woo! So, yes. Lane, any final words?
The second time that joke didn't land so well.
I'm looking forward to another year, so...
One more... Oh, God, one more year.
Another year, this shit.
That would be Cell if he was here. Oh, God, one more year.
Yeah. Hopefully we can get Cell on more often, too.
I mean, I think Resin would be down to be on the VR Trooper thing.
Yeah, we'll see what we can do. We'll do what we can.
Paul will eventually get to do his own show.
Yeah, and maybe...
And it's literally every episode is him talking about Caligula.
And monkeys might fly out of my butt.
Happy New Year, everybody.
Merry Christmas.
Have a really great holiday season, and thank you so much for listening.
Enjoy Life Day.
Everyone have a Merry Christmas, Happy Kwanzaa,
a solemn Ramadan,
a tip-top tet.
And now I'm gonna kill Gar for showing me that piece of shit special.
Happy Schwamis!
Oh, the Force lightning again!
Ah!
Almost like this is a fake spoiler.
It's not.
It's not.
Okay, bye!
Bye!
Bye.
Bye!